It's like a BC and AD, right? It's like
Yes.
before washlet BW
Yes.
and then AW after washlet, right?
お袋付けしましょうか。あ、はい。ありがとうございます。Right? And they have that whole interaction. You kind of expect that. When I went to the airport inside the States, card?
They actually make sure you are safe before they start moving
Oh
your bus.
yeah.
今日は外国人が思う日本にしかないものについて話してみるよ。Let's find out! こんにちは、全人類と友達になる男も僕がミスターウチです。そしてバーンです。
です。
On this.
ホルです。
今日のテーマは外国人が考える日本にしかないもの。Why?
自国ね。
自分の国。
地獄。
まあ今日ね、なんでこんな話をするかというと、バイロンがこの前帰ったんだよね、自分の国に。バイロンはどこの国出身ですか？
I live in the Americas of the United States of Americas.
わからん。
Country of the United States of America.
なんか長かったね。
アメリカ。
はい。帰った時に日本と違うなって思ったことが結構あったと。
Oh yeah. I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go in and I've been here before, so of course I'm gonna be used to everything. Nope, I am too used to Japan.
I know what to
Yes.
say.
Yeah.
I got you.
And the first time that I realized that I was in America was at the airport. I sat down on the toilet seat and it was cold. I sat down and I'm like,
There's a huge gap under the stall door.
yeah,
No washlets.
Exactly. You put toilet paper on the floor, stained
まだね、
toilet
オープニングがね、
paper.
終わってないんで、ちょっと話しますけどまあそういう話はね、後でするとして、アメリカに帰った際に、たくさん日本との違いを見つけたっていうことなので、今日はインターネットで調べてきたのと、みんなからもいろいろ話を聞いて集めてみたので、日本にしかないものを話していきたいと思います。それでは行ってみましょう。日本にしかないもの。
はい。
あの。
I've said this before, and I'll say it again now,
Uh-huh.
and I will continue to say it
Uh-huh.
in every video that I can.
Uh-huh.
Washlets.
Whoa!
Yes.
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 Yeah, standing ovation for the washlet. Yes.
Washlets! Washlets! We only need that reason.
Explain.
はい、説明します。
お願い
Okay.
します。
Airport.
Airport. Let's go with the airport.
Because as Byron was explaining, his traumatic tale.
Very traumatic tale.
Traumatic tale.
Yes, ドラマ。はい。そうなんです。
ちょっとうるさいね。
Assaulted by an American toilet, I too experienced such devastation on my butt cheeks.
かわいそうね。
Oh my god.
So also same experience. I go to the airport. It was like a zoo. Again, Toronto Pearson Airport. If you've ever been there, it's just like chaos, right? And I'm like, oh, I need to go to the bathroom. And I see the sign, bathroom. And I go into the bathroom. And I'm expecting like respite, right? That you would expect from a Japanese toilet. Like the Japanese toilets at the airports are
Spotless.
so good.
Spotless.
So
Oh my
good.
god.
Yes.
And you sit on the toilet and it's like you agree with a warm, nice seat. And it's just like it hugs you.
Right. They even have alcohol for you to clean
Alcohol,
the seats.
clean
They do,
seats.
yeah.
The stall door goes from just about complete privacy. You know, the doors are made of like
Safe spots.
good quality
And
material.
the lock works.
And the lock works. The toilets in Japan are like revolutionary. It's like a new you don't know. Like I made this comment before in a previous video. Your life can be divided in two eras, right? It's like a BC and AD, right? It's like
Yes.
before washlet BW
Yes.
and then AW after washlet, right?
AW.
AW.
Yeah.
So
After washlet.
and so I think we've all now are in
We're
the
all
era
AW.
of AW.
Yeah.
AW.
Shinjidai.
And so like you don't know what you're missing.
Which is true.
Yeah, you don't know what you're missing until you've experienced a
Yeah.
washlet. That is just it's just
True.
A lot of people are queasy to the idea of water shooting up their butt.
Yes.
Which is why they're just like, oh, are you okay with that? Are you okay with that? Of course.
yeah. I will admit the hurdle is a little bit like oh I don't want.
Yeah.
It feels invasive a little bit, right?
Right.
But once you get over it, it's like
Heaven.
you can't go back. Man.
You cannot.
Totally agree.
Totally agree.
Totally agree.
まあちょっとね、止まらなそうなんで止めますけど、まずトイレが綺麗っ っていうところもあるってことね、
綺麗だけじゃない。
で、
扉がどうなってるの？カナダとかアメリカは。
It's like a big gap.
ああ、下が開いてて、なんか足がすごい見える。
Yeah, you can see them. Like if I saw Aaron's shoes in the bathroom, I'm like, Aaron's taking the shit.
小学生ですよ。
Oh my god.
I mean, yeah.
Right.
I mean, I do the same thing. How's it going, Bard?
Good luck! ファイト
Yeah, but like for some reason, it's like even in like a high quality location, like a hotel or something like that, like the bathroom stalls, there's like a gap in between like the doors.
Yeah.
There's like a huge gap at the bottom, and so even when you're closed like this, you can like see people walking. Yeah.
それめっちゃ嫌よね。
Yeah.
So yeah.
全然安心できない。
Exactly, exactly.
And on top of that, sometimes if the person who built the bathroom messes up, sometimes the lock doesn't work because the door is too far from where the lock mechanism should take place. So then, like, you lock it, but it's like here, close to the door. Here's the lock.
Yeah. Or like the notch where like the lock goes into like worn out. So even if you turn it to like put the bolt in there, it just slides out like this. So it just
Right.
like it just open like this.
And occasionally, actually, more often than not, the door is so close to the toilet that you basically need to stand inside of the toilet for the door to close. Right?
Oh, you have to like back up
You
like
have to
this.
back up like this, like
And then
over the
close it,
toilet,
yeah.
close the door, and then
And then
have
you
to
can sit down. Yeah.
Yeah, in Japan, there's proper space.
ちなみにウォシュレットはなんで好きなの？
Okay, let's say A. It's probably more hygienic. Don't
Yeah,
you
yeah,
think?
yeah.
Right. 2. Better for the environment, I would imagine. Right.
Oh yeah, less toilet
Because you're
paper.
using less toilet paper, right?
Right, right.
And then 3. It's just like you're refreshed.
Yeah.
Not only that, you also can get heated seat, right?
That's
That's
The
the best.
heated
That's
seat
one of
is
the best.
revolutionary. Yes.
Yeah.
あー
During the winter.
Oh, during the winter.
During the winter.
カナダなんか寒いからさ、絶対あった方がいいよね。
Yeah. But so like at home, I remember be like,
マレーシアはなんかホースがあって、
ホースがある
プシュってやるやつよね。
あれあるあるある。それはみんな使うんだけど、手できれいにするんですよ。We wash it, then we use our hand to clean it. And then we wash our hand again.
ああ、like 手で削る感じ？
手で削る。
いやいや。
いや、トイレの話長い長いね。実は20分、何分撮ってるの1個目は、ウォシュレット、トイレが最高だという話です。
Yes!
そう日本人には。もしないと大丈夫。
いや、絶対無理
海外行ったら困るじゃん。
もう困る困る。
困る
でもなんか、ポットボールウォッシュあるでしょうね。
もうトイレの話はいいよはい、じゃあ次。
Me!
お願いします。
I mean, y'all have heard this story before, time and time again, but you know, when I was going up to the States, I learned that service is very, very different in comparison to Japan. Obviously, you like, if you go into a convenience, right, and then there are 2 people in the convenience store, they will open up 2 registers to help both people out, right? Then that's one of the things, but then if you're in America, and there's like 6 people there, they will only have 1 cashier, but then they'll have like 7 aisles. And nobody's working the aisles. They're just all in like different parts of the store.
True.
Yeah. So I'm used to the kind of service that you get there. Not only that, but you know, I think in Japan, they properly like 預かりいたします and then they count it. 2点ですね。5袋お付けしましょうか。はい。ありがとうございます right? And they have that whole interaction, and you kind of expect that, you know? When I went to the airport inside the States, I went there and then I took out my card all happily to like be greeted. Maybe I could make like small talk finally, right? And then the cashier refused to look at me. He's like this. Card? Yeah, okay. That's it? Cool. And I was saying that the weather, and she would just talk to her coworkers the whole time. And I was like, oh. Okay, I forgot that it was like this. And it would not be just at the airport. It would also be like at a grocery store. It would be at like a cafe. It's just like they don't do anything. It's like if you even try to make conversation with them, it's like, why are you wasting their time?
There's nothing.
Yeah. Get out of my face. We're done here.
I totally understand what you're
That's
saying.
it? That's it?
Yeah.
Back to the convenience store hanashi. The thing is Japan, like for example, one person is in the cashier and another person is like stacking the rack or something.
Yeah.
If someone is lining up, the person who's stacking will go to the cashier and
Yeah.
open up the aisles for
Yes,
for
I
the
love
customer.
that so much.
not in Malaysia, I would say.
No.
People would just continue doing their work without, they just don't care whether there's a line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone has it. Someone
Yeah.
else has it.
You'll get there when you
It's
get
not my,
there.
yeah, it's not my job. I won't pay enough to get to this and stuff like that.
Right.
They can't get the kind of feelings. Yeah.
When I worked at the movie theater, it was kind of like that too, right? Because there were different kinds of jobs you could do, right? There's like the concession stand where the cash registers were, right? And if it wasn't busy, you go out and clean and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
And so everyone wanted to go out and clean because they didn't want to talk to any of the customers. And so if there was like a rush, they'd be like, "I'm not doing it, not me."
Right.
Yeah. So I think that there's like some sort of like
Yeah.
people having an aversion to the customer.
And then for like customer, we said, "What are you doing? Just come and just let me buy my stuff." And
Yeah.
Like in comparison of going to McDonald's in Japan, right? They'll greet you with a smile, or they'll try to like be patient with you when it comes to like the menu, right? And then if you go to McDonald's in let's say the States, they're not going to treat you. Oh, go to McDonald's. What do you want? You want? Okay. Can I have a number one?
No.
That's it. All right, cool. It's like that. That's every McDonald's interaction I've ever had.
And when they tell you like how much it's going to be, all right, $9.84.
Next.
Yeah.
悪口が続きそうなのでここら辺で止めとくけど日本の接客レベルが払ってる金額に比べてめちゃくちゃ高いってことを言ってくれてるってことだ、
Yes.
考え方の違いとしてチップをもらってなかったら優しくする必要がないみたいなのがある。
True, of course, yeah. I think it's just all like money motivated, right? Because like if you tip them, they're like, oh my god, thank you so much, right? But if they're not getting anything extra for being nice, I'm not going to be nice.
レストランとかだったらチップ払うのは当たり前だけどマクドナルドとかはもう払わないしコンビニみたいなところもチップとかないからみんな適当にってやってくれる。
Yeah. And on top of that, the tipping system is sometimes built into the iPad. So you put in your credit card and then it goes to another screen. Would you like to tip today? Here's a suggestion. 10%, 20%, or 30%. Or you can put your own percent, you little kitschy.
You put 0, right?
Yeah, and you put
and
0.
the thing is, like, the person at the counter is, like, waiting for you to do it. So I wouldn't say it's, like, the server's fault necessarily, because, I mean, it's, like, the owner's fault, I suppose, or, like, the system, if you want to call it, right? Because they design it in a way where they're not giving a living wage.
Right.
Right? So they have to rely on tips, right? Yeah.
Yep.
どんだけ喋っても悪口にも
じゃあ逆を言おうか。
おお言う
In Europe, it's not as bad as in Japan. But I would say, while the customer service is not the same as in Japan, it's rather different than worse. For example, it's very common in my country and other places where you go to a combini or a small store to make small talk with the cashier. You know, like, how is your day? How is your family? Oh, are you a student right now? Oh, center shiken is coming up, right? Are you okay with it? Are you studying every day? Yeah. Oh, by the way, can you give me like 1 kilo of potatoes? Yeah, here, I put one extra just for you. 頑張って kudasai at your
That's really nice.
test.
That's
Like,
true.
That's really great.
That's a very common interaction in Romania in small stores or like marketplaces that you don't really find in Japan. On the flip side, you don't find the level of respectfulness and the level of お客様神様 that much either.
結構知らない人でもたくさん喋れるっていうのはちょっと日本に来てないのが寂しい。
So, but on the flip side, I got the good experience of, high quality service for normal price, so to say. So it's a different experience.
僕もどっちかっていうといろんな人と喋りたいなって思うけど、なんか何個か多分理由があって、一番は知らない人に喋りかけるのあんまり良くないって日本あるから、
そうですね。
Why is that not a good thing?
迷惑かけるかもしれないから。
そうでもバイロンに話しかけられたらみんな怖いよね。
Hey, what's going on? How's your day going?
それは冗談だけど相手が望んでないかもしれないじゃん。だからそれが本当にもう話す場所ですサークルですとか言ってそういう設定があったらみんなこれ話したいんだなと思っていくんだけど、だからレジだけやってると相手は物を買いに来てるわけだからそれ以外の何かこうアディショナルなオプションを自分からこう押し付けたらなんかあれかな
迷惑かける
って思ってあんま喋りかけない気はするけどね。で日本のサービスのどこがやっぱ一番嬉しい？
大事にされてる。
大事にされてる。
そう例えばポールがさっき言ったでしょ、この人が誰もキャシアにいない時に、お客様がい 行くのを見て、で、それに応じて、こう、今やってることを置いといて、とりあえずお客様のことを、ちゃんとやってみよう。で、その時は、絶対に、お待たせしました。すいません。では、お預かりします。
思いやりかな。ちゃんと相手のことを考えてくれる。
Just the idea of efficiency is built into everybody in the service industry. It's like, how do we get all of these people out at an efficient rate? Not only through the service, but also through the technology that is given, right? Because everybody goes to the konbini, it's like, how would you like to pay? 6 options!
Yeah.
6 options, press a button, boom, you're out! That's so fast! That's so fast! It's like, they always have to ask, how would you like to pay today? How would you like to pay today? How would you like to pay today? That's like 2 seconds of muda ni naru jikan. Right? And then you just do it yourself, press the button, boom, out!
Right, yeah, the cool thing about Japan is that like not only is the service like really kind and respectful, but it's also quick. It's hard to have both at the same time, right? Like in my experience in Canada, at least, it's either like really, really friendly people, but it takes a ton of time, right? Because you're chatting with them, right? Or it's like super cold interaction. What do you want? Beep, 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 beep. Get out of here. Right? So like the fact that Japan has both is like, whoa.
Oh, yeah, it is.
It's very nice.
はい、次は、
はいどうぞ
お辞儀です。
おおありがとうございます
Wow!
と言いますと、前に一時帰国した時には、このルーマニア人的な振る舞いに戻るはずなのに、電車乗る時にこうやってやったり、あるいは車が、はいどうぞって言われた時に、すいませんみたいなことをしてしまっていた。お辞儀を身についてしまいすぎて、もう帰れないわ。
でお辞儀ってポジティブとかネガティブとかなんかある意見
I do have a question. So you'd get this kind of shūkatsu books or even in the normal Japanese books where they teach you the degree of the ojiki based on the situation and the person that you do the ojiki to. It's like to this person you have to do like 25 degrees, like if in this situation it's 45 degrees.
有給取りたかったら何の時期は適切じゃん。
180
OK
角度が深くなればなるほど相手に対して自分を多分さらけ出してるよね頭一番危ないところを相手にこう示すでしょ、っていうことは私はあなたにとって敵意は全くありません味方ですよそうでそれをしないですよねあなたは私は信じてますよっていうのを多分これで示してるんだと思う違ったらごめんなさい
僕もこれ慣れてるんだいつもこれに慣れてて日本人かって言われた
When I first came to Japan, having so many people bow to me and me having to bow to other people felt super uncomfortable because I was not used to it at all. So every
what should
time,
I do? Like,
yeah, like every time someone would bow to me, I feel like I don't know what to do and this feels very awkward. And I'm like, why are you showing me this much respect? I don't need that.
I don't deserve it.
Let's just shake hands, putting so much distance between me by bowing your head down.
True. Totally.
Yeah.
I can understand you when I first came to Japan.
Like instead of shaking hands or giving each other a hug, you just put your head down a little or like even bow your upper body slightly and I'm like, now I can't hug you anymore.
どうぞ次
Transportation
交通機関はい、
素晴らしい、日本最高メジャーはみんな車ばっかりなんで時間もかかるしガス代もかかるしあとは渋滞もあるし全然時間の無駄めっちゃあるんですよ、あとマレーシアのトランスポーテーションはめっちゃ遅れるのが多いんですよ
どのくらい遅れるのバスとか電車ってことでしょ
10分20分の遅れは普通でしたたまに交渉があったら1日使えない日もあるんですよ日本マジで素晴らしい新幹線そんなに速い交通でしょでも時間めっちゃ守ってくれるんだよ1分とか2分も遅れまあほぼない
いやない、
前日本が天気がめっちゃ悪かったんじゃないですか、その時もまあ遅れは遅れるんだけどマレーシアだったらもう全部天気悪かったらその日の電車はもう使わないになるんですよ
動かさないんだ
そう動かさないんですだから日本は素晴らしい
日本多分1時間とか遅れたらもうニュースになる
Yeah, even snow won't stop trains from going because, well, sometimes they stop, but then you have like sprinkler systems inside of the rails that spray like water on the train track so that it can move forward even on a snowy day. But if there's snow in, let's say, like a different country, oops, okay, stop all the trains.
Stop all
We
the
don't have
trains,
that
yeah.
technology.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you mean, man. Like in my city that I lived in Canada, we only had buses, right? We didn't have trains, but like the buses are a nightmare. It's like it's never on time. If it's on time, it's like, why are you on time? It's like a shock thing.
Yeah.
What is this, right? If it's late, everything gets pushed back, right, on the timetable. And so when the bus comes, everyone is waiting for that bus, so everyone gets on. And if the bus is full, they'll just skip by everyone else because no one can get on anymore. And so you have to wait for the next bus, which is already late. So now you're like 2-3 buses behind the normal schedule, and so you're late every single time.
That's why when someone suggested, oh, let's just take the bus in Japan, I'm like, you want to take the bus in Japan? Oh my gosh.
I mean, like you can, and like taking the bus is a pretty decent experience in Japan.
One more thing about the bus, the bus in Japan is that they actually make sure you are safe before they start moving
Oh
the bus.
yeah.
どういうこと
First, when
Yeah.
you board the bus, you have to at least hold something or sit down before they start moving.
Yeah.
In Malaysia, once you get on it, they just move.
As you fall.
Hold on to something. Yeah.
One time I actually got scolded by the bus driver in Japan because I didn't hold anything.
Yeah, same. That happened to me too.
I didn't know that.
止まる前に立ったりしても、まだ座ってください。
Yeah.
言われるね。マレーシアは、戻ったら、ジュンピューとか、まだ止まってないのに、ドアも開けた。
マジ
Right.
本当
ある、普通。
Same thing in the Philippines, we got things called jeepneys. You just like hop on, and then you just like pay the driver and then hop off while it's still moving.
まあちょっと話戻るけど、バスが来なかったりするじゃん。でも仕事行く時とか友達会う時にバス来なかったらどうするの？
すいません、I'm on the way.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just got out of the house.
Bus
I just
like,
missed
sorry.
it.
Yeah. But then they'll still get mad at you. Like you should be planning for this.
You have to plan like 1 or 2 hours earlier.
Yeah.
マジで毎日会社に行くのに遅れてもいいようにその分計算していかないといけない。
そうそう。
Yeah.
めっちゃ嫌じゃん。
It's your responsible to know that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's why the only thing you believe in is your own car.
That's why
Right.
Japan's transportation is so reliable. You don't need to consider about all those other things.
You can't say, oh, the bus was late because then you gotta bring the receipt that the bus was late to your kaisha. Can't lie about that.
Yeah. So like.
よかった、感謝します。ありがとうございます。
本当にいいよ、日本の交通
いい日本。
じゃあ次。
Me!
はい。
Very anzen.
安全ね。
Yeah, because I can successfully be on my phone. Not saying that this is okay to do. I can aruki nagara look at my phone or even my Nintendo Switch. Or I can like take out anything and just like walk. I can wear like any colors that are not associated with gangs that I want. Yeah, because you know there's gangs associated with the color red and the color blue in the States, and it was even banned in my high school that you can't wear those kinds of things. So I can walk down the street with a red shirt, my phone out, and like not care that anybody's just going to yoink it out of my hand.
カラーギャングってまだいるの？
Of course. Well, there's kind of like relations to that, so that they don't allow kids to wear it. You know, I'm not sure if they still exist. I'm pretty sure they still exist to this day. But there are colors associated with gangs that are not allowed to wear inside of high schools. Yep. So I think that, you know, being in Japan, I mean, I am probably now used to the heiwa bokeh of like everything. Because, you know, people leave their phones to save their seats at like just a regular coffee shop or in the mall when it looks like a keitai tori hodai to me. But I'm not going to do that, obviously. But I think that I can relax and not look behind my back in Japan. I'm really like street smart, right? Because like I lived in a very, very abunai toko, right, growing up. So if someone's like behind me, I don't like it. I don't like it if someone's like behind me because it feels like they're following me. They're probably not following me. They have their own agenda. But if someone's like walking like this close to me and they're like following me, I'm just get away from me. And I try to I dart to the left because I'm like, are they trying to pickpocket me or something? That Kakugu still hasn't left me. So even if I'm in Japan, they're just like behind me. I'm like, what are you trying to do? Like, stop walking behind me.
That's
Yeah.
PTSD, man.
Yeah, it is.
生活するだけで
Yeah.
Right. So I guess like coming from that environment where you have to be kind of head on the swivel all the time.
Correct.
You come to Japan and nothing ever happens to you. It's kind of like a bit of a shock, right?
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
It's like I can leave, you know, you're saying I can leave my phone on this table and like go somewhere and it'll be okay. Or
Right.
like
Yeah.
I can leave my suitcase in a particular location at airport and it's no problem. Or
I can find it again. Yeah.
yeah. Or I can leave my doors unlocked and not have to worry about people like coming in
Correct.
or whatever, right?
で
Yeah.
携帯とかこうやって歩いてたら危ないの
Of course, like there's if you hear a bicycle,
カナダも
Well, it depends on the city, but yeah.
in fact, when I was a kid, if you guys see this little scar right there, when I was, I think I was 11, you know, kids in their car, that it would be very funny, itazura, to take a paintball gun, freeze the paintballs inside.
Oh
and
no.
Luckily, it wasn't a real gun, but I still have that scar from when I got frozen paintball like, as a kid.
Yikes.
Yeah, my friend got like diked in like the face. Yeah, but yep, that was the kind of environment I grew up in.
USA.
USA.
日本平和だね。
はい、ということで今日は外国人が考える日本にしかないものについて話をしてみました
どうだった？
どうだった？
今のところ日本で良かったかなまあまあでもね、それはちょっと半分冗談半分本当だけど、
Okay.
まあ、日本にもいいところはあるし海外にもいいところはあると僕は思うよね。例えばさっきの銃違うわアホか。コンビニとか行くとちょっと寂しいなって思う時もやっぱりある、知らない人同士だったら友達にも絶対なれないけど、そういうなんか話のきっかけがあってルーマニアだったら、レジの人と普通に仲良く喋るっていうのでちょっと心が温まるみたいなところがあるじゃん、まあそれが日本ではあんまりねない。田舎に行ったらあるけど都会だったらあんま少ないから、そういうのも羨ましいと思いながらも、まあでもウォシュレットは絶対必要ですよねこの動画ほぼ半分以上
そうそう
As it should be.
As it should, exactly.
As
As
it
it
should
should be.
皆さんが思う日本にしかないものコメント欄までよければ書いてみてください。
Watch that guy.
それでは次の動画でまたお会いしましょう。バイバイ。チャンネル
と
6?
おね
返します。